Hey, welcome back. I want to talk to you about a problem that people have come across when they have too many pages on their website and they want to show different headers for different pages. What do I mean by that? I've got an example here of 9 pages, okay? And I'm going to have a particular header shown on pages 1 to 6. And for pages 7, 8, 9, I'm going to have a completely different header. Now, you're going to say this is really, really simple. You create a template and you do your display conditions. Yes, that is true. However, it can become quite convoluted if you have lots of pages. Let me explain. So this is page 1. And this is how page 1 to 6 looks. This is an example website. And they're all going to have header 1. Pages 7, 8, 9, which are red, are going to have header 2. And like I said, you could just do display conditions. Look, here's header 1. This is a fake website, so don't get drawn up by how it looks. The problem with this style, and this is header 2, by the way, if you go down here and you go to display conditions, I've already gone and set up and said, instead of doing entire site, do singular pages 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What I don't like about this method is that if you've got 40 pages or whatever, you're going to have to do this individually one at a time. You go in, you hit singular, you pick your pages like this over here, and then you're going to type in, let's go for page 7. It will find your page and you activate it. Now imagine 40 pages. That's a lot to do, especially when, by the way, you're getting an error here because page 7, 8, 9 is set for another header, so ignore that. But when you have a lot of pages, and then later on you decide, actually, page 21 now needs to be using a different header. You got to go through and manually do it. But could we speed this process up? Yes, we can. What we're going to do is assign categories to our pages. So where we have header 2 over here, if I go to display conditions, this has got pages 7, 8, and 9. This has got 1 to 6, just to make sure we're clear on that, okay? Now, steady on, you're going to be saying to me, you can only do categories for posts or products. You can't do it for pages. So if I go to quick edit, there is no option for category. Even if I was to go into edit for the page, again, I will not see the category or any facility for me to add that in. It's just not there. We do have page attribute, which I will come back onto in a moment, but we don't have categories or tags. So how are we going to do this little bit of a trick? Well, really, really simple. Because we've only got 2 headers, I'm going to create a blank dummy page, okay, for header 1 and header 2. I'm going to go to pages, add new. The pages that go under header 1, what category are you going to be giving them? You know, why are they header 1? And why are the other pages header 2 or header 3 or header 4? So don't just put header 1 as your title. Give it a kind of naming convention. So I'm going to call this one, I'm going to call page 1 welcome. Think of a better name for it, okay? I'm not going to do edit with Elementor. I'm just going to publish it. Then I'm going to go back to pages and add a new again. And I'm now going to add another blank page. And we're going to call this blank page, we'll call it sections. It's not really, in fact, don't call it sections. Let's call it services, okay? And I'm just going to hit publish again. Again, we are not doing edit with Elementor. If you want to, you can. Because you might want to do a menu structure where you have like a holding page and then you got your drop down menu. That's up to you if you want to do that, but I'm just going to have a completely blank page. Right, when we've done that, if we now go back to our pages, okay, make sure you've refreshed your site, by the way, because otherwise you want to make sure it comes through. If I now go to every single page in quick edit, I'm now said, well, what is the parent? All of them will say main page, no parent. I'm now going to pick welcome for pages 1 to 6. So I'm going to do that. And I'm now going to go to page 2 and I'm going to do it again. Okay. And by the way, I'm not going to make you watch it. I'm going to fast forward ahead. Okay. So pages 1 to 6 will be welcome. Pages 7 to 9 will be services as the parent. So I've now done that. Bear in mind though that when you do this, you will get a bit of a hyphen appearing in front. That will not mess up your pages or your slugs or whatever you've called them. Okay. But you could argue that if I've got 40 pages, that takes a bit of time to do because I'm now categorizing every page to a parent. This is where you want to think about your sitemap and all of that, your navigation before you start building things. But believe me, once you've done it, it is done and it doesn't take that long, to be honest. I just want to show you our menus though automatically it has now put 789 under services and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or 6 under welcome. So it's already kind of grouped them up because you now have a parent. So if you did do this and you are now doing your menu structure, it does make it pretty easy for you now to kind of navigate, not navigate, but rearrange things. You get what I mean by that. But we're not touching any of this at the moment. We don't even have to change the navigation label, anything at all. And even though we had a hyphen on the pages, you're not getting a hyphen here. So don't worry too much about that hyphen. So now we go back to our template. So step 1 was we made some dummy pages. Step 2 was we assigned our pages to the dummy parent page. Okay. Step 3 was we just made sure we got the right menu structure. And step 4, we're now just going to set the display conditions. This is header 1 and this is header 2. You'll notice I've already put the menu in there just so it's easy for us to navigate. Let's now go to the display conditions for header 1. I'm going to get rid of all of these. Go, 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 go. Be gone, be gone, be gone. So we're going to add a condition. And this is where you just got to think a little bit, okay? We are going to pick singular still. But instead of now picking pages or in child categories, like if I go to child categories, okay, and I type in welcome, it won't appear. All right, so this is where you might get a bit confused. Well, where is that? Because it's not actually a child category, because we're actually doing a parent category, okay? And again, this is for posts. In pages, you only have pages and page by author. But look here, we have any child of, that is the one you want, because we got our parent and pages 1 to 6 are a child of that page. So any child of, and I'm going to type down here, welcome, and it will appear. That is it. Save and close, job done. Let's go to header 2, display conditions, same process. Let's just get rid of everything we have here. Just get rid of it, add condition. We're going to have singular, any child of, and I'm going to type in services, like so. There we go. Again, save and close. So rather than me doing it 9 times, as display conditions to make sure it's all caught, by having this like blank dummy page, whatever, could be a holding page, like I said, it now allows me to assign the header to those pages. Let's see it in action. Here's the website, page 1. If I now click on page 2, believe me, it is changing. It has got the right header. Let's jump to page 6. It has got the right header. What about if we go to page 7? You see that? It's now got the different layout, obviously, but it's got the right header. Page 9, it has now got the right header. Page 3, it's going to go back to header 1. So I've now assigned 2 different headers to 9 different pages, but without having to go through individually singular page, singular page, singular page. This is a pretty neat little trick to do. And I know some will say, oh, but you created a blank dummy page. Hey, you can create a holding page if you want. And sometimes it's a bit like when you do menus and you create a custom link and you just put a holding page, but it's not actually a page kind of thing. And as long as it's not on your menu, no one is going to see the welcome and services page. Yes, it will be in your sitemap or whatever, but just go with it. Okay, look, I hope you like, subscribe, share, and follow. And I hope that helps you out with just making things a little bit more efficient. Take care.